to Jewel Envy. Come on inside and let's do a studio tour. Be sure to use our PPE station first. Please note we have a buzzer entry. Then you wait for a very loud buzz. Come on inside. This is our retail. Everything, including displays, has been designed and made by us. So we've got jewelry from each of our 15 goldsmiths in the studio. All members have the opportunity to show their work, to do custom work through the store, take on repairs, and even teach classes if they choose. If they want to teach, we train them how. We do everything in-house, so all the staff who do retail are part of the studio. So as you can see, as we look through the studio, we have 10 benches for goldsmiths, and they can be part-time or full-time. Part-time means 2 people share the space and they're here at different times. Each bench is set up with a flex shaft, a torch, and a locker space to store your personal tools. What's a little bit different about our torch setup is that we are running on natural gas, which is what the building had, and we're also using generated oxygen from refurbished oxygen generators from the medical industry. So these are a safer system to use. Safety is really important at Jewel Envy, so we have a lot of different fume extractors. Here is one that is over our vulcanizer, so when you want to make your own rubber molds, you can safely do it knowing that the fumes are being extracted. It's also part of the wax injection area. Then we have 2 different types of sandblasters. This one is really gentle. This one has this amazing red ruby, intense, let's see if you can see that. Gives it an intense finish, sparkles. And here's another great work section. So we've got a bandsaw. You can't use it on metal, but it's perfect for cutting waxes when you're cutting off ring blanks. It's great for cutting wood. You can adjust the heights. We've also got a little anvil here, so this one is portable. We've got a larger one in the basement, which we'll take a look at in a little bit. So this is one of my favorite pieces of equipment, and I didn't know I would love it so much. It's our laser welder. This allows us to do really fine repairs that we weren't able to do in the past. It allows us to tack weld something so that we can later solder it, and it just allows for a variety of applications that we didn't even know we needed to do until we had it. Moving on to other equipment, the hydraulic press is a standard and important piece of equipment in a jewelry studio. Think of it as the same machine that car parts are made from. They're pushed together and they're formed into a die that we make. This is our inside ring engraver, so when we want to customize an order, maybe with your wedding dates or a special message to someone, we can do it here. This piece of machinery lets us shrink or size a ring, so it has both functions. Under this really heavy workbench, we have a whole lot of other tools like a lathe. We've got all the stamps you could ever need, a couple different languages, ball punches, a jump ring maker. It's really every goldsmith's delight to come in here and see that they don't have to buy each and every piece of equipment because it's all provided for them. So some more important pieces of equipment in a jewelry studio include the pickle. The pickle is an acidic solution that takes off oxides after you've soldered something. But more importantly, we have a variety of tumblers. So 3 of them are up here and we've got more in the basement. This is our magnetic tumbler, which is often requested by other goldsmiths. And then we have 2 rotary tumblers. It's really nice to have this large stainless steel working surface because we can easily clean it off when we've done something with chemicals. But typically we use chemicals downstairs under our fume hood. So we're now in the dirtiest part of a jewelry studio. This is the polishing area. So we have switched to an enclosed polisher for most of our work. We still have one open one, just some things don't fit inside of this, but this really keeps the dust down here at bay. We still wear our respirators and our face shields when we're polishing. We also have a full lapidary setup, so we can cut things like glass, stones, we can do cabochons. In the future we'll invest in fasting equipment, but right now we do this for our in-house goldsmiths, and we also teach classes in faceting. And behind me we have a really nice storage system because polishing compounds make the most mess in a locker. We also have a special flat lap, which is unusual in a small studio. So for flat surfaces, it's the best way to polish them. So this is a kick press. Most people haven't even seen one. I believe this piece of equipment is from the 1940s. It came from a factory where they made lockets. And we are very lucky that we have multiple dies that came with it. To actually make this work, you take a running kick at this machine. So you're welcome to use our dies if you work here, or you're taking a class and we're teaching this, or you can have your own machined. We also have a draw bench, which really makes drawing down wire for that finer work a lot easier than just pulling it through a draw plate. So this is a 4-foot draw bench. It's one of my favorite pieces of equipment in the studio. So this is another heavy-duty workbench. So what we have set up here is a really big anvil for hammering. We've got a nice set of studio hammering tools, a drill press when your flex shaft just doesn't do it. Nice bracelet mandrel. Got one of these vice grip balls for setting. This is one of my favorites again. This is a rolling mill and it's electric, which makes everything a lot easier. It goes forwards and backwards. And then one more piece of equipment over here is we have another tumbler. So we've got our fourth tumbler, our fourth kind of tumbler down here, and this is a vibratory tumbler. So this is for doing batch production. So if you are making 50 of something and it has a lot of smooth surfaces and no sharp angles, instead of using emery paper, it can go through a variety of grits called tumbling media. And so this is really great. It runs for many hours at a time with each grit. So this is where we do most of our chemicals. So we like to use this stainless steel area, fume hood, everything gets vented outside. We have multiple rectifiers for both anodizing, plating, anything else you need a rectifier for. These are various kilns. So we can do enameling down here. We can also do hot glass. So if someone wanted to make beads, we have a special torch set up for that. Just pops onto here. And then we have an actual burnout kiln over here. And then we have both centrifugal casting back here and vacuum casting in the corner. Okay. Thanks for stopping in for the studio tour with us today. I've got to get back to work now. Check out the notes in the video for how to shop in person and online at Jewel Envy. Thanks, have a great day.